I hereby designate the period from Monday, November 10th, 2025 through Sunday, November 16th, 2025 as a district work period under Clause 13 of Rule 1. Signed sincerely, Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Pursuant to Clause 13 of Rule 1, the House stands adjourned until noon on Monday, November 10th, 2025.
So what you saw right there is the House of Representatives adjourning yet again, shutting down work for one more week, and that'll become multiple other weeks. They've worked 12 days over the past 110 days at this point because MAGA Mike has ordered the MAGA Republicans do not show up, do not talk to Democrats, yet alone even negotiate with Democrats. But here's the thing, and I think this was a smart move by Democrats. Democrats on Friday called the bluff of MAGA Republicans, and Democrats laid out a plan and said, look, why don't we just try this compromise right now? Because the American people are suffering as Donald Trump is snatching their SNAP benefits, taking away health care from 20 million Americans, not extending the Affordable Care Act subsidies. So Democrats said, why don't we do this? Let's do a 1-year extension of the Affordable Care Act subsidies so we can give the Americans a little bit of breathing room right now. Then a year from now, let's have a date certain where we can negotiate and address the Affordable Care Act subsidies long-term, permanently, or let's come up with a solution. MAGAs, if you have a better health care plan than the Affordable Care Act, with the subsidies, bring it up in the next year, but we will force a vote for sure 1 year from now. Let's make a date certain on that. Let's get the government open. Let's get everybody their SNAP benefits. This should be a not ideal solution, but we know people are suffering. Now, my own view is that the Affordable Care Act subsidies need to be extended permanently. I don't view this as caving, though. I mean, I think it is trying to address the issue in a way that focuses on the fact that Americans are hurting, right? So Democrats propose that 1-year extension, then we can stop this Trump and MAGA Mike and Republican government shutdown. So what do you think the Republicans say? Right away, they go, this is a non-starter. Direct quote from the MAGA Republicans. This is a non-starter for the Republican Study Committee. What the hell do you need to study that? Why doesn't the study committee then put together a healthcare plan that's viable and that brings down the healthcare costs instead of Donald Trump just saying he's reducing prescription drug prices by 1,700%, which is a made-up number. That comes from MAGA Republican Congressmember August Folger. And here's the Democratic offer. Let me just outline it a little bit more for you. It's a clean continuing resolution paired with 3 bill minibus on these various funding issues, a clean 1-year Obamacare extension, then establish a bipartisan committee for long-term Obamacare negotiations. Extend that Affordable Care Act subsidy a year, do a bipartisan committee, and let's negotiate this in public so we can address the concerns for the American people. MAGA Republican Senator Roger Marshall says, this is a horrible idea regarding the Democrats proposing a 1-year extension of the Affordable Care Act subsidies. Quote, we might as well go home and start over again. It's disappointing that they think that this is what's going to open the government. That's disappointing. So I just want you to see, Democrats called their bluff because you and I, we may be a little pissed that Democrats were going to do that. But I think what it allowed us all to see, again, regardless of what political party you're from, is that there's nothing but the suffering, the cruel and unusual suffering of the American people that Donald Trump and these MAGAs want, right? They want to go to their Great Gatsby Roaring 20s theme party with the half-naked girls and the martini glasses at Club Rose Garden and build their $300 to $500 million golden ballroom. That's what they care about. They want to rip away SNAP from the American people. Just think about the efforts that Donald Trump took to appeal emergency filings, to rip away SNAP from the American people. Guess what? There's the funding for SNAP to make sure everybody gets their benefits. Guess what? For the Affordable Care Act subsidies, it would be under $30 billion or so to fully fund the Affordable Care Act subsidies for at least another year. Guess where we gave that money to? We being the Trump regime and we being our money, to Argentina. Trump gave Argentina $40 billion. By the way, you know what they have in Argentina? Universal health care. And they got $40 billion for a bailout while Americans are starving to death and Trump's doing Gatsby parties? I mean, are you kidding me?
When you're buried in credit card and loan debt, it's human nature to put it off and say, I'll deal with it later. If that's you, here's a hidden fact the debt strategy experts at Done With Debt shared with me. They discovered a little-known strategy that works in your favor to dramatically reduce or even erase your debt altogether. They aggressively engage everyone you owe money to this fall, and here's why. They know which lenders and credit card companies are doing year-end accounting and need to cut deals. They even know which ones have year-end audits and need to get your debt off their books. That means you need to get started with Done With Debt now, this fall. Done With Debt accomplishes this without bankruptcy or new loans. In fact, most clients end up with more money in their pockets the first month. Get started now while you still have time. Go to donewithdebt.com and talk with one of their specialists for free. Visit donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com.
Democratic Senator from Connecticut, Chris Murphy, said the following, we're offering a compromise, just a simple one-year extension, no bells and whistles, so Americans don't see devastating rate hikes, rates doubling in many cases this holiday season. Now Republicans just need to say yes. And Republicans are resoundingly saying no. Here's MAGA Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. A reporter says, what do you make of this offer? And they're like, oh, this is an offensive offer. This is offensive. What's offensive about it? What am I missing here? Here, play this clip.
Senator Graham, can we ask you about this new Democrat offer? What do you make of the one-year ACA?
Terrible, horrible. I'm not going to keep giving taxpayer dollars to the 5 largest healthcare insurance companies under Obamacare to get the government open.
Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries on Senate Democrats' proposal for the one-year Obamacare extension. He says the initiative put forth by Leader Schumer is very reasonable, good faith proposal that reopens the government and addresses an important part of the Republican healthcare crisis. House Democrats will convene as a caucus shortly, or we will have an opportunity to further discuss how to end the Republican shutdown. Mike Johnson and House Republicans need to get back to work and return from their outrageous 6-week-long taxpayer-funded vacation. It is enough. It is enough. Here was Schumer on the Senate floor talking about how here's a way we end this shutdown. Let's do the one-year ACA extension of the subsidies, and then let's do a bipartisan negotiation. Everybody remember Schoolhouse Rocks, right? Everybody remember their 5th grade government class? That's the way things are supposed to take place in our system. The parties are supposed to speak with each other and come up with common sense solutions for the American people. And again, I don't care whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, an independent. Isn't what I'm saying just make sense? And the Republicans like, nah. We're not doing this. We got to go to Mar-a-Lago and golf with Donald Trump. We got to do half-naked women martini parties with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. We got to give $40 billion to Argentina. This is crazy stuff. It's offensive. It's dangerous. It's cruel. It's unusual. It's why I say it, and I'll say it again. Republicans hate America. Republicans hate you. These MAGA Republicans hate this country. They have such hate in their heart for what makes our country great. They're terrible people. They're terrible human beings. Here's what Senator Schumer has to say. Here, play this clip.
So let's find a path to honor both positions. Democrats would like to see an end to this shutdown, and we want to respect Leader Thune's desire not to negotiate on ACA until after the government reopens. Therefore, we'd like to offer a simple proposal that would reopen the government and extend the ACA premium tax credits simultaneously, and then have the opportunity to start negotiating longer-term solutions to healthcare costs. Let's do all three.
Yeah, and then you have Senator Thune says, nah, we're not even going to be talking about this. What is going on? I mean, Schumer says it's a reasonable offer. I think it's a reasonable offer. By the way, Zoe Lofgren, I've had her on the MeidasTouch network. It's great. She's been in Congress, since like 1994, 1995, something like that. She's been like, I've never seen this before, where the other side doesn't talk and they just behave like little freaking babies. Here's what she points out about the $40 billion to Argentina. Here, play this clip.
We've made it very clear that we want to avoid that outrageous increase in healthcare premiums. It's worth noting Trump said $40 billion to Argentina to do all the tax credits for Americans would cost $38 billion. So we need to get that done. The Republicans know that we need to get it done. We want to move forward. But the idea that we have to starve people so we can take their health care away is kind of a non-starter.
By the way, folks, even Fox talking about prices going up right now and Trump's going golfing again. He's out. He's vacationing again, everybody. Here, play this clip.
Prices are up in the United States for coffee. It's up almost 20%. Utility up 11.7%. And then electricity is up 5.1%. And vehicle repair, if you need your car fixed, it's up 11.5%.
And by the way, I'm like, what's going down at Mar-a-Lago this weekend? I kid you not. I don't even know what the hell this is at Mar-a-Lago, but this is a photo apparently from Mar-a-Lago. That's what they're doing in Mar-a-Lago right now. This is strange behavior. This is what Donald Trump posted last night. The United States Senate should not leave town until they have a deal to end the Democrat shutdown. If they can't reach a deal, they need to terminate the filibuster immediately and take care of our great American workers. And he just kind of rage posts. Just say no, terminate the filibuster. Republicans, terminate the filibuster. Republicans, kill the filibuster. The hell are we talking about, folks? The hell are we talking about? Anyway, there you have it. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers. But Democrats called their bluff, and you saw what the Republicans did. You see it right there for yourself. Let's get to 6 million subscribers. Have a great one.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.